Welcome back. Today we join a craftsman attempting to reclaim an abandoned, heavy-gauge steel skeleton hidden in the autumn woods. Before winter sets in, he needs to convert this stripped, decaying bus hull into an insulated, self-sustaining shelter. The first step is simply assessing the scale of the rust. Decades of neglect have allowed moisture to penetrate the roof seams, compromising the interior lining. Removing the original ceiling panels exposes a tangled network of dead electrical lines. These copper wires and degraded polymer casings hold moisture against the frame, accelerating corrosion. Stripping the cabin down to bare metal is the only way to establish a clean foundation. The original heating system has seized completely, rendering it useless for a reliable winter fire. Cast iron and steel components, left exposed to seasonal freeze-thaw cycles, suffer from deep structural pitting. Moving this mass out of the work zone clears critical floor space for the upcoming rebuild. A safe living environment requires zero-compromised metal around the future heat source. The dead weight has to go. Securing the exterior envelope is the priority. The factory window frames have warped under years of settling, leaving wide gaps that would instantly drain the cabin's heat. Establishing plumb lines and exact dimensions across a distorted steel grid is challenging work. He relies on tight tolerances to ensure the new insulation seals sit flush against the pitted metal. Precision here prevents drafts later. Instead of rigid glass, flexible neoprene weather stripping is worked directly into the channel. This material compresses dynamically, filling the irregular voids left by decades of oxidation. It also acts as a thermal break, stopping cold from transferring through the steel chassis directly into the living space. The pliable seal absorbs the microscopic expansion and contraction of the metal throughout the day. With the envelope sealed, the interior build begins. Solid masonry provides crucial thermal mass. Building a raised platform over the wheel well with fired clay bricks creates a stable, fire-resistant foundation for the cooking zone. The dense material absorbs radiant heat during operation and releases it slowly after the fire dies down. The original decking is completely rotted, offering zero load-bearing support. Dropping heavy, raw timber directly onto the steel chassis bridges the deteriorated sections and distributes weight evenly across the cross members. Thick logs act as excellent natural insulators, trapping a layer of dead air between the damp earth below and the living quarters above. The floor is now solid. A hard day of demolition requires high-calorie fuel to restore lost energy. Fresh proteins and aromatic vegetables provide the necessary fats and complex carbohydrates to maintain core body temperature overnight. A properly drafted wood stove transforms a hollow steel box into a refuge. Hardwood kindling ignites fast, establishing a strong upward thermal column in the chimney pipe. This draft pulls fresh oxygen into the firebox, guaranteeing an efficient, smokeless burn while rapidly raising the ambient temperature. Cast iron cookware is heavy to pack in, but its ability to hold and distribute aggressive heat is unmatched in a camp setting. Searing the lamb chops at high temperatures locks in the essential fats, utilizing the Maillard reaction to build a deep, rich flavor profile. The ambient heat radiating from the stovetop also draws the moisture out of the surrounding onions, caramelizing their natural sugars. Bringing water to a boil simultaneously ensures a sterile supply for hydration and cleanup. Working in a small, enclosed space means every action must be intentional, turning a simple meal into a highly efficient, synchronized routine. The heat from the stove, the scent of searing meat, and the quiet isolation blend together. It is a moment of pure restoration, proving the shelter functions exactly as designed. High-density insulation and the steel hull work together to trap the generated heat, creating a microclimate that sharply contrasts with the freezing temperatures outside. The heavy blanket and insulated sleeping pad provide a final, necessary barrier against the cold steel floor. Securing the heavy metal door seals the draft completely. The structural envelope is intact, and the cold remains outside. By morning, the heavy iron stove has exhausted its fuel, leaving the cabin chilly but still significantly warmer than the autumn mist. Transitioning to a pressurized butane camp stove offers instant, controllable heat without the labor of tending a wood fire. The rapid boil delivers a fast hot drink, elevating his core temperature before stepping out into the damp, biting air. Coffee in a rugged steel mug represents a quiet transition between the deep rest of the night and the physical demands of the trail ahead. The shelter has done its job. What was just a rusted, decaying shell is now a proven, functional outpost. Structure, landscape, and daily routine operate as one system.